Okay. Hey guys, so I know I've done a couple of videos about ACX versus Findaway. I wanted to update with a little bit of information that I found, both from the author and the narrator side. So first and foremost, some of you authors may be in the same situation I am, where you have some books that still had some codes that went live before ACX stopped paying for them. So I have one of my books, the Men of Fire Beach collection, and it's 4 audiobooks. So it's actually priced significantly, meaning that it would pay significantly for these audio codes. I gave away all the codes within 2 days of the book coming out, and it has now been sitting there for 2+ weeks with ACX telling me that the codes have not been redeemed. So not only do they have my codes under hostage, I can't get any more. So I know that the codes have been redeemed. I went through their redemption page and put them in all individually, and they've all showed as redeemed, but ACX keeps telling me that they're not, that only 2 of my US codes have been redeemed, so they won't even generate new codes for me, and the other ones are showing up not redeemed. So I emailed them for the 3rd or 4th time about that issue this morning. Just a heads up that may be happening to you as well. I think honestly that ACX is trying to not pay on as many codes as they can, which is why they changed their policy, because I have never, ever, ever had this happen before. And it seems odd that it is happening now. The second thing that I did not know is with all of this that happened, it doesn't make sense to me to be exclusive with ACX any longer. And so I reached out to them to pull my books non-exclusive. Now, when you sign with ACX, you do sign a 7-year agreement, but for the most part, they will let you out of your exclusivity after a year if your book has been exclusive for a year. So you just have to email them, and then they take it out. However, what they do not tell you, and is nowhere in their contract, is that you can only change the exclusivity once. So a few of my books I had started wide, and then when I found out they were paying for codes, it made more sense to be over with ACX, moved them to exclusive, and now they will not let me change them back to non-exclusive, even though it is nowhere in contract. It is a question answered on their site, but unless you knew to go searching for that, you would never, ever, ever know it. So that is just another piece of why ACX will no longer get my business as an author. Now, as a narrator, for anybody who still wants to use ACX, I am absolutely still happy to do pay per hour and royalty share plus. If you want to go through ACX, I wouldn't recommend it, but that's just me. But they won't get any more of my business as an author. Now, one of the big things that I heard with going through Findaway Voices was that Findaway Voices takes 20% of your royalties. And so people were saying, if you only get 25% by going non-exclusive from Audible, and then Findaway Voices takes 20% of that, you only get 5%. But that is not correct. I reached out to Findaway Voices. Findaway Voices takes, you get 80% of whatever the payment was. So on that 25% from Audible, you get 20%. Yes, you still lose 5%, but honestly, what does that come out to each book? Maybe $1, $2, depending on how big your book is. What that does, if you go through Findaway Voices completely, is A, you get to bypass ACX entirely, which I think is just fantastic at this point. But you can also put your book into their Voices Plus program, which gives you more codes that you can give out. And it gives you the ability to have their piracy protection on top of it and to do some of their promotions. But here is the actual best thing about ACX. And I'm not sure how to share my screen when I go live, so I'm just going to read this from my Facebook page. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, you can go to my page, Lorena Hannah Hoops, and you'll see this post right at the top. But I uploaded my book to my newest book, Love on the Line, to ACX non-exclusive and Findaway Voices. I wish now I had just gone with Findaway Voices, but I didn't know that at the time. but I uploaded them both on the same day. So ACX is still pending audio review and probably will be for another 2 months. So it's not going to be at Audible for a while. However, I just posted on my page, and I'll put this up so you can maybe see a little bit, all of these blue links. It's kind of hard to see. But if you go to my page, my book is already up on Kobo. It's already up on Google Play. It's already up on Scribd. It's already up on Playster. It's already up on eStories. It's already up on Chirp. So in 5 days or so, it's already live on some of those sites. In addition, Audible is going to set my price at about $14.99 or $19.99. I think this one will be $14.99. I am able to set my price at almost all these other retailers, and it is $7 or less. So all of you who are on Audible and you think, oh, well, I pay $14.95 a month and I get this credit. Right, you get a credit, but you're basically purchasing a book that you could go get 2 books or 3 books on any other site. In addition, Findaway Voices has a promotion opportunity where you can do a sale price through Apple Books and Chirp. And so I set a sale price on Love on the Line that'll hit at the end of this month, where it'll actually get dropped even lower. I think it'll be like $3.50. So if you are on these other retailers, you can actually save yourself a ton of money by switching from Audible and listening to these books on Apple Books or Nook audiobooks or Kobo's audiobooks or Chirp's audiobooks. And Chirp also is like the BookBub. So once you put your books on Findaway Voices, you can start submitting to Chirp BookBub deals. It's done through the same platform that you do your ebook submission. Underneath that, where it says featured deals over on the left-hand side, if you'll go down, it'll say audiobook deals, and you click on that. And then once your book is showing live at Findaway Voices, and mine isn't yet, so I have to find out why. But once your voice is showing live, or book is showing live there, you can sign up for an audiobook deal. And then your book goes out to hundreds and thousands of people. Now, I don't know the price yet because I haven't been able to pull up my book. So I will let you know as soon as I know the price and how hard it is to get accepted. Obviously, doing audiobooks, it's a challenge. This summer, I managed to get 2 books accepted back to back. And since then, I've put one in every month and been turned down. So BookBub's always a challenge, but you can always submit a deal to Chirp, even if it's not their Chirp deal, and it goes on the website sale. So it shows up as a sale price. So you can do those at any time through Findaway Voices. So I think the big shift at this point needs to be authors telling our readers that Audible is taking your money. Like that $14.95 you're paying, you could save that $15 and go get 2 or 3 audiobooks a month at one of these other sites. And in addition, when you go to Findaway Voices, you get in with their library distribution. And especially right now with this quarantine, a lot of the libraries are opening it up where you can just download it directly from the library distribution. And as authors, we get paid a percentage every time you check it out from the library. So you get to check the book out for free. I still get paid on the back end. Now, yeah, it's not a whole lot every time that happens, but 40, 50 cents every time it happens can add up if you have a lot of books in libraries and they're getting checked out all over the place. So for this reason and many others, just being the fact that ACX has been super slow to respond to any of my concerns and whipped this policy out without any notice, which cost me several $1,000s in both narration fees and where I would have placed my audiobook and all sorts of things. I will no longer be going through ACX. I will be putting all of my personal audiobooks up through Findaway distribution. If you are an author and you are looking for someone to narrate your book, I'm offering right now for pay per hour, $100 per hour. And that will stay until I do 100 audiobooks that are not my own. I don't count my own in there. But when I do 100 audiobooks for other people, then that price will go slightly up. My queue right now is about 21 books. So I'm backed up a little bit, probably till close to the end of the year. So if you want to get in, I put you in first come, first serve. And so obviously if I finish your book before that due date, great. I don't take other books in front of you. So you're welcome to reach out to me that way. I am also in the narrator pool, I believe, through Findaway Voices under Lorena Hoops. So you can go that route as well. And I will do Voices Share. I think it's what it's called. It's basically the Royalty Plus deal. I'm not doing anything Royalty Share only, but I will do Royalty Share Plus through ACX, and I'll do the Voices Plus through Findaway. So if you think you can't afford it up front, but you can do like, you know, the lesser fee up front and then split the royalties, I am still doing that option. But if you're an author right now, the way to do it is honestly to do pay per hour and own your files so you can take them wherever. And I think this is a great deal. So if you are interested in that, feel free to hit me up. If you are a listener, then I encourage you to look at the other places where you can get audiobooks so that you save money and you actually pay your authors more. And if I find anything else out new about ACX and Findaway, I'll certainly help you. But as an author, make sure that you only change your exclusivity once, because otherwise you're stuck. And really weigh that whether the 20% you would get going exclusive with ACX is worth what you might lose going wide. Randy Johnson, who's a fantastic narrator, had a live video with Will Dejas from Findaway Voices. And Will was saying that on average, what he sees is that people are making 3 times as much going wide as being exclusive with ACX. So I think it's a great time to get in. Yes, you're not going to make as much money up front, but I think in the long run, you're going to make even more money. So if you want to reach out to me, you can hit me up on Facebook. You can email me at lorenahoops@gmail.com. That's my author email, and I'll get that. If you're interested in doing an audiobook with me, feel free to reach out to me and check my schedule before you just send a thing so I don't have to tell you to change your date. But I would absolutely love to help you with that and help you get your book up. And I'm certainly here to answer any questions if I can. All right, so that's all I have for today. Thanks, guys, and I'll check you later.